Hello everybody, welcome back to another tutorial. I am TKD Friend and I am here to show you how to modify some characteristics in a Spintires mod. Some of the stuff includes modifying the fuel or the damage, or even something as simple as the speed or even the brightness of the headlights. So let's get into it. And first, you're going to want to download your mod. For example, I have a mod right here called monstermod.rar, and it comes with a monster truck. So yeah, this is a complete mod. So first, you're going to want to extract the mod, not the classes. Actually, you're just going to want to extract all of these files right here into another folder. If there's not one already here. For example, on this one, there's one here already. So basically what you're going to want to do is just extract this folder to another folder within the computer. For example, mine is downloads. And then after you do that, you want to open up your folder, click on classes, and then go to trucks, and you'll see a file, hopefully, called something.xml. It should be called either like a different truck in the game, like a Kamaz or UAZ or UAZ rather, or a Maz or something like that. But for this one, it is a UAZ or UAZ. So first we're going to open up the file just by double clicking on it, and it should open right in Notepad. If it looks a little bit jumbled, you might want to download a program called Notepad++. I will put that in the description if you'd like. And here we are. Luckily, this one is all set up perfectly. So we'll start with the beginning. This is the front wheel. It gives you basically descriptors of this item within the game. And it basically says that our front wheel is a monster wheel, which is the type of wheel. You can also put a bunch of different wheels. You can probably just download them online off of the mod website where you got the mod. This gives you your steering angle. It tells you how far you can go over, how far you can turn your vehicle or truck or whatever you're driving. It tells you your torque is at the default currently, and connected to handbrake false means that it is not connected to your brake when you hit S on your keyboard, which is the default reverse or stop button. It gives you your suspension minimum limit, which is the lowest the suspension can go. It can go either really, really small or really, really big. And if you have it set a little bit higher, it will sit a little bit higher. Probably will not make the truck a little bit bouncier. It probably won't make it a little bit bouncier. But you can do that if you'd like. It really depends on where the chassis sits in relation to the wheels. Your steering caster is 8. And I don't know what that means, but hey, you could probably look it up because I'm not very good with cars. Alright, so our next one is the rear wheel. It basically has every single thing that the one above does, except it's on the back. Do not change these a lot between these two. Hold on, let me show you. Do not change the minimum limit or any of these stuff too much because it will affect the game, and you probably will be screaming at me in the comments, saying that I messed you up or messed up your game or whatever. Now this one says the Sublight Color. Not quite sure what that is, but you can change the size of it and probably see for yourself what it is. Now we have the truck, the game data, fuel capacity. This gives you your fuel capacity within the game. It is currently set to 500. You could probably make it 5,000 or 5 whatever zeros you want. Just make it a lot, and it'll give you a little bit higher fuel. Let's see. It gives you your title of the mod and your description of the mod. It gives you your winch sockets. You can add another winch socket. This pertains right here. This code pertains to where it's located on the vehicle. You can find that out if you have a software like Blender or something like that. You could find out what coordinates what is, and add something else in if you'd like. Now we have the steer speed under truck data. This steer speed basically from whenever you hit the button to how fast it reacts to go that direction. It's 0.02. You can change this a little bit, don't change it a lot, or else you'll be flying off into woods like crazy. Probably not something you want to mess around with a lot. Steer responsiveness, right here, it's when you press the button to actually when it starts moving, is 1.0. Back steer speed is 0.03. That makes it turn on the back a little bit slower than this one, or a little bit faster actually than this one. Engine start time, you can change that if you wanted to turn on the vehicle a little bit faster. 1.5 is the default on this mod, but you can probably change that. Your damage capacity right here is how much damage your vehicle can take. And your sensation origin, where it's probably most vulnerable is that location right there, those coordinates. Now your sounds. Every single one of these is a different sound. You can change them if you'd like. You can replace them. You can do whatever you want. Just make sure that it is in this points to the right folder that the sound is in, because it will not work if you don't. Or just replace the sound. You can do a bunch of different stuff. Right here, it gives you your exhaust origin sounds, or exhaust origins, rather, and this is where the smoke comes from. A bunch of these different locations. So yeah. Alright, so your steam origin, if you break down or something like that, your steam is going to start pouring out your engine. If you've played the game before, you know this. But it gives you your point of origin for steam pouring out the engine. Alright, and our camera cabin, since the new update allows you to have a cabin view, you can put in your coordinates right here. It's default right here, but you can change it if you'd like. Is hood true? Basically it says if there is a hood in front of you, if you're on the hood camera. Your occlusion map is some type of texture, not really quite sure. Gives you your size though and offset. I don't know what it is. Alright, and your axles, you have a left wheel 0 and right wheel 1. That's true and false, I believe. Might be incorrect, but hey, I don't know. Probably not a good idea to mess with them if you don't know what it is. It's number one rule for anything. Your mass right here, as you can see, it gives you your monster chassis.xml, which is your physics model. Probably not going to want to change that ever, unless you're a developer and you're making mods and stuff. Now body, it gives you your mass. Your mass on the truck is 9,000. If you wanted to make it go a little bit faster, you can make it a little bit lower, but do not change it too much, or else you will be flying like crazy, which is probably not a good idea, and will also lag out the game. Alright, and the next one, we have our headlights. Location, you can change them out if you like. You have your stop signals right here, your brake lights. And here's your location right there, and your direction it's pointing, and your size. Next, we have our gears. This is the reverse gear torque. If you would like a little bit more torque, which means you can get through ruts a little bit easier, increase this number, but not by too much, or else it will freeze your vehicle in one single place, and that is not fun. You could also turn down your torque a little bit, and it would make it go a little bit faster, but you'd risk some of the, I guess, I don't know, ability to crawl through mud. I don't know. The next one we have here is the wheel templates. Probably never gonna ever mess with these. And essentially, yeah, that's a quick tutorial on how to modify some of the mods in Spintires. You could, as here, you could probably change some of the wheels. Here's a little bit of information. Your radius, you can get a little bit bigger. Mass, you can make that a little bit less. You do a bunch of different stuff. The thing can be hopping all over. And basically, you can modify every single one of these. Textures, you could probably modify those, turn it into a different one. Like, even right here. This is, I think it might be a picture of the inside of the vehicle. Yep, right there. That would be probably on the inside. Oh no, it's on the outside. That's a decal. I see. Yep. You can modify your textures. You can mix and match mods. It's all up to you on what you would like to do with the mod. There's meshes with trucks, monster chassis, a bunch of different stuff. You can define your material, socket points, everything like that. There's your wheel information, yeah, rubber, material, yeah. A lot of this stuff, I mean, is just, you probably are never going to want to do anything with it, but hey, it's good to know about it. So that's a quick tutorial on how to modify mods on Spintires. Thank you for watching, and I hope you have a nice day.